Hello, and welcome to another day of a yoga practice together with me from my home to yours. Today, I thought I would do something a little bit new and different, and that is because I know that you have a busy and interesting life, and you don't always have an hour to sit down and move through a yoga practice, and I don't want that to ever be a barrier to you getting some mindfulness work. And so with that in mind, what we are going to move through today is a very shortened but nonetheless complete yoga practice, because I think what a lot of yogis will do is when they only have 25 minutes, they'll do the first 25 minutes of a yoga practice, and anything is good, but having a complete and yet also condensed yoga practice, I think, is a worthwhile thing for you to have access to and a resource for you to have. And so if you are looking for an hour-long session, I invite you to click on another video because this is going to be over and done in about 25 minutes is the idea. We're going to hit, it's just going to be a complete total body movement, and it's going to be, so we're going to skip a lot of breathing meditation in the beginning, and we're going to skip a lot of the restful floor stretching and shavasana at the end. So it's just going to be, we're going to hit the key joints, we're going to move the spine in the three key directions, and we will engage with the breath practice and hit some hips and shoulders along the way. So with that said, go ahead and begin in child's pose. Let's begin in child's pose. A little bit more of an active pose to begin with here. So the tops of the feet are on the earth, the big toes are touching, the knees are wide, the arms are stretched forward on the mat, and you're hinging your hips forward over the thighs. Close your eyes for a moment, and let's begin with breath. And so let's begin with taking it through just a few rounds of conscious, long, slow inhales and exhales. So relax the belly as you inhale, and then squeeze the breath out using the diaphragm as you exhale. Inhale into the belly, exhaling from the belly. I like to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So altogether, let's take it through 10 conscious, complete, long, slow, high-quality breaths together. So inhale. Exhale. 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 Last one, inhale. Exhale. Let's start to engage with some movement here from child's pose. So inhale up to tabletop. Try to keep the shoulders over the wrists, the hips over the knees. And exhale as you lower the upper body down onto the earth. You may need to walk yourself back a little bit. So lowering on a reverse push-up. Inhale, cobra. Peel the chest and shoulders off the mat. Exhale, press it back to child's pose. So the idea here with this flow sequence is that you want to keep your hands, knees, and shins where they're at. And so kind of find a happy medium for all three of those poses that allows you to move through them. Here we go. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, lower to the earth. Inhale, cobra, gaze is forward, neck is long, active in the upper back. Exhale, press the palms into the earth, back to child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, lower. So we're moving with breath. Inhale, cobra, gaze is forward. Exhale, press it back to child's pose. 3 more times through this sequence. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. From child's pose, curl the toes under, shift the body weight back onto the balls of the feet for a moment. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, straighten the legs, lift the hips, take it back to downward facing dog. So this is your first downward facing dog. Press the heels into the earth, right, left, like you're just kneading your mat underneath your feet. Lean into the backs of the legs, right, left, for a few moments here while you continue that long, slow breath into the belly. Okay, now let's pay some attention to the shoulders, the arms. So this is optional, by the way. Not everybody has the shoulder stability to do this, but pick up one hand and just tap the thumb to the shoulder on the same side and then set it back down. Now go to the left side. Pick up your left hand, tap the thumb to your shoulder. So some little shoulder taps here. Keep going right to left, right to left. We're just waking up the shoulders in this overhead pressing position here. And the nice thing about going right to left is that it really teaches the shoulders just how important it is to stabilize in that locked out position, right? Because you can always, when you do these shoulder taps, it really roots out all the little essences of plank that you might be doing in downward facing dog, because you really do have to brace. All right, lower the hips in line with the shoulders. Speaking of plank, let's take it into a high plank here, top of the push-up. Exhale, lower to the earth. Cobra on the inhale. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Let's do that vinyasa sequence again. Inhale, top of the push-up. Exhale, lower. Cobra on the inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. One more time. Inhale, push up. Lower all the way to the earth. Cobra on the inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Take a lot of steps to walk your feet forward to the top of the mat, coming into a forward fold up here by your hands. Bring your hands to your shins and inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen the crown of the head forward, flat back, straight legs. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale to stand, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, pull that breath to heart center. So 3 appears to be the magic number for our practice today. So we're going to do 3 half sun salutations here at the top of the mat. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, hands find the shins, active in the low back, upper back. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale to stand, sweep the arms. Exhale, pull that breath to heart center. There's one. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to stand, sweep the arms. Exhale, hands to heart center. Last time, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to stand, sweep the arms. Exhale, pull that breath to heart center. Let's start with some soft sun salutations. So from the half salutation, now we're going to add the vinyasa flow and take it through a full sun salutation. We're going to do 3. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step it back to plank. Lower all the way to the mat with control. So we're not just flopping down. Uncurl the toes. Cobra. Just peel the chest and shoulders off the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 long, slow breaths in downward facing dog. And if you want to explore some more movement in downward facing dog, you might once again pedal the feet right, left, or you might also explore some of those little shoulder taps on the right and on the left, just to keep waking up the shoulders and the hamstrings. All right, glance up at the hands. Walk your feet forward to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to stand, sweep the arms. Exhale, pull that breath to heart center. All right, so here we are, right back where we started. 2 more full sun salutations. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 breaths. After that second exhale, walk, step, or float your feet top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to stand, sweep the arms. Exhale, hands to heart center. 1 more sun salutation. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the earth. Take it through a flow. Inhale, cobra. Downward facing dog. Exhale. At the end of that exhale, walk, step, or float your feet top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to stand, sweep the arms. Exhale, pull that breath to heart center. All right, so let's explore some side-to-side movement here. So waking up the side body and the movement of the spine from right to left. So step your feet hip distance apart. Inhale, arms overhead. And on the exhale, plant the right hand on the right hip. I will mirror you. Reach up and over to the right side as you get a nice long side stretch down the whole left side of the body. And as you do, maybe peek up toward the sky. Looking up toward the sky stops you from collapsing your shoulders down and twisting and turning toward the earth. You want to stay lifted as though you're being squeezed between 2 panes of glass. Inhale back to center. Exhale up and over to the left. Nice long side stretch down the right side of the body. Once again, gaze goes up. Inhale back to center. Exhale back to the first side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, second side. Inhale back to center. Last time, first side. Inhale back to center. Last time, second side. Inhale back to center. And let's start with some forward-backward movement. So on the exhale, bend the elbows and squeeze the shoulder blades together behind the back as you tip your chin up toward the sky, a little back bend in the upper back. Inhale everything back to center, and as you exhale, bend the knees and the hips as you bring the hands to the earth and also pick the heels up off the earth. Tuck the chin to the chest, rounding into a little crouching ball. Now on the next inhale, straighten up the legs, the heels plant again, hands find the shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale to stand, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, pull that breath to heart center. Okay, we're going to do that same spinal flow sequence twice more. We've just done it once. And so now we're exploring movement of the spine in the forward-backward plane here. So inhale, arms overhead. Exhale for the standing back bend. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, fold over the legs. Bend the knees, pick the heels up off the earth, tuck the chin to the chest, round the spine. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, lengthen the crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale to stand, sweep the arms. Exhale, pull that breath to heart center. Last time through, standing spinal flow. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, standing back bend. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Oops, we lost that. We forgot the little ball. So tuck the chin to the chest this time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, now you can fold over the legs. Inhale to stand, sweep the arms. Exhale, pull that breath to heart center. All right, so we did some side-to-side movement with the spine. We did some forward-backward, and now we're going to explore some twisting. And so inhale, arms overhead. And on the exhale, I want you to sweep your right arm behind you, twist to the right as you bring the arms in line with the shoulders, and your gaze goes back over the right fingertips. Now, this isn't about twisting the hips back, right? You don't want to turn your hips to the right. You want to keep your hips square with the top of the mat, and you're turning from the waist up, right? So this is about the spine. Inhale, arms overhead, back to center. Exhale, other side, twist to the left, sweep the left arm behind you. Inhale, arms overhead, back to center. Exhale, second side to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the right, arms overhead. Exhale to the right. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale to the left. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Now we're going to do some upper back activations here. So just get a nice comfy stance with your feet beneath your hips. Bring your elbows to your waist and have your hands palms up, waist width apart, so your forearms are parallel and in line with the elbows. And now what I want you to do is to just slide the hands out to the side, keep the forearms parallel with the earth, and you should feel an activation in the upper back as you squeeze the shoulder blades together. Bring it back to center. Let's do 10 of these together. Out to the side and then back to center. We'll just keep moving, keep going. I can't say that there's necessarily a breath pattern that should go with this, but just because you're not moving with breath doesn't mean this isn't a valuable sequence to do here, a valuable exercise to do, especially if you spend any amount of time seated and hunched over a laptop, hunched over a steering wheel, hunched over a cell phone, hunched over a child. There are all sorts of shapes that we as humans in this modern culture put ourselves in that involve a rounded forward back posture. And so what we're doing here is we're switching on and activating the muscles in the upper back here. Never wasted time. Okay, that should be about 10. Back up to the top of your mat if you wandered. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold. We're going to take it through a dancing warrior flow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step it back to plank. Move through a flow. Inhale, lift the right leg, lead with the heel. Exhale, step it through next to the right thumb. Inhale, rise for crescent lunge. Exhale, sink it into warrior two. Flip the right palm up. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reverse warrior, gaze goes up. Keep that knee bend in the front knee, grounded through the heels and the pinky toes. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, circle the hands to the earth, step it back to plank. Your choice to move through a flow, or you can skip it and we'll all meet in downward facing dog. 2 long, slow breaths in downward facing dog. Let's do the same sequence on the left side. Inhale, lift the left leg, lead with the heel. Exhale, step it through next to the left thumb. Inhale, rise for crescent lunge. Exhale, sink the arms in line with the shoulders, coming into warrior two. Flip the left palm up on the inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reverse warrior, gaze goes up. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, circle the hands to the earth, step it back to plank, move through a flow. Follow your breath. Now let's go back over to the right side, and on the inhale, lift the right heel. Exhale, step it through next to the right thumb. Now lower the back knee to the earth, so you're in a grounded low lunge. You've got your hands on either side of that front foot. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, roll that right leg towards straight as you point the tailbone back toward the wall behind you. The upper back is hinged forward over the front leg. You should feel a little stretch in the hamstring. Inhale, bring the front knee back over the front ankle, and as you do, the hips rock forward, getting that stretch in the left hip flexor. Let's move forward and back with our breath. Exhale into the hamstring. Inhaling into the hip flexor. Take it away on your own time, on your own pace. I'm going to do 3 or 4 full rounds of breath. And now on the next inhale, as you bring the front knee back over the front ankle, transition your right arm inside the right foot and heel toe that right foot off to the right edge of the mat. Because we're not spending a lot of time on this series or on this sequence, and we're not getting super warm, we're not going to do an intense hip opener, but it is still worth getting a little bit more action and movement in the hips here. So take some little knee circles here, drawing circles with the knee around the ankle. Right, and the idea here is that we're finding just some nice organic movement. Pay attention to what comes up, and if there's a particular point in your hip joint, in your inner thigh, or honestly in your right or your left hip, maybe explore some rocking movements with your hips right to left. If there's a point that just kind of brings up some interesting information for you, then maybe lean into that, explore that a little bit. As is always the case, a yoga practice is about listening, and it's about observing, and it's about paying attention to what you're doing in the moment that you're doing it. It's not fancy, but it is difficult. It's harder than it sounds, but it is a worthwhile pursuit. Okay, so from this low lunge with the foot outside the hand, curl the back toes under, step it back to plank, and let's take it through a flow. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step it through next to the left thumb. Lower the back knee to the earth, and we start with that hamstring to hip flexor flow. So take an inhale over the front knee. Exhale into the left hamstring. See if you can roll the toes toward the sky, rolling onto the heel. And we're moving towards straight. You don't have to be able to straighten the leg up just to get a good stretch in the hamstring. Forward, backward with your breath. 3, 4, 5 rounds of breath. If this feels really nice, you can pause the video and maybe spend more time going forward and backward here. Make this your own practice. And then on the next inhale, bring that front knee back over the front ankle and transition the hands inside of the left foot. So heel toe, the left foot nice and wide. And let's just get some little knee circles here, moving into that left hip. I always feel this in the inner thigh as I explore some movement here, the left inner thigh. All right, so go ahead and press the palms into the earth. Take it back to tabletop and just any way that's comfortable for you. Bring the legs around in front of you. Lie down on your back and just for a moment hug the knees to the chest. Gently roll side to side, massaging the muscles along the spine. And we are going to take a resting pose because, in my humble opinion, the practice of calming the body and the mind in preparation for stillness and preparation for rest and relaxation is one of the most important features of this practice. And so my advice to you is don't skip Shavasana, all right? So relax your arms, your legs down onto the earth. We're not going to take a long one. We're going to do 2 minutes together. So close your eyes, relax your arms, relax your legs, and just allow your breath to flow naturally through your body. Relax your jaw, your eyelids. Slowly begin to reawaken the body. Wiggle the fingers, the toes, roll out the wrists, the ankles. Reach the arms overhead toward the back, point the toes toward the front. Take a deep breath and a full body stretch from fingers to toes and everything in between. And then on the exhale, roll over to the right side. And as you are ready, press the earth away. Make your way back up to a comfortable seated position, whatever that looks or feels like for you. Close your eyes for a moment. And just take a moment to observe the changes that you have brought about in your physical body as a result of your practice, the quality of the breath, the length of the breath, the sense of well-being and relaxation in your joints and muscles, the focused clarity of the mind. These are all things that are available to you at any point in your day, at any moment in your life, because it does not require special equipment or special circumstances. It just requires your choice. On the next inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, pull that breath to heart center. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste. All right, thanks so much for joining me. I hope that was helpful, and I hope you, if you liked that, then maybe bookmark this video and come back to it later. All right, have a great rest of your day.